Раз.
Just an accident.
Huh. What's your theory?
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
Йоу, привіт. Я, собственно, і не грав більше з того моменту, коли відійшов, так що з того самого моменту продовжую. Я взагалі чув, що це типа survival horror, тобто тут можна буде і стріляти, і лікуватися, тобто типа Resident Evil. Ну поки що це просто обичний квест. Нічого проти не маю, прикольний такий квестик. Бюджетненький, але прикольний, але ну не похоже це поки що на survival horror. Не знаю. Я вже якби другий час граю. Точніше вже 2 часа награв, тобто це вже 3-й час.
These bandages are covered in dried blood. But whose?
Це не кров. Це, борщ. Нормально. От ж години. Зразу хочу як у метро підпалити і все, нормально.
This door is blocked from the outside. The lyrics of the drunken sailor. The sea shanty. An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
О, Франкенштейн.
1818.
Цей чел дуже подібний до нашого головного героя. Я чувствую, що це ніби, не знаю, якийсь його брат.
Moby Dick. Melville's classic.
О, я давно хочу прочитати Moby Dick.
Mandatory reading for any whaler.
Треба буде колись-небудь прочитати його повністю.
This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music. This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music. This place was falling apart long before the fire. What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance.
A book on the first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century. Darkwater history. This place was settled back in 1692 by 2 families that seceded from the New England colonies. A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century. There's something disturbing about this painting. "20,000 leagues under the sea. Another story about the mysteries of the deep. What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
Написано, поместить ее под надзор доктора Фуллера, а я прочитав доктора Фюрера. Понимаю.
Locked.
Страшно.
Boys' room.
Я что это опять? Есть ксеноморфы из Dead Space. Реально ксеноморфы.
What was going through that boy's mind? A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world? Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed. Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family? What nightmarish vision could have inspired them? Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him. The argument that led to their tragic end seems to have been simmering for some time.
Блін, ну видно, що у них бюджет був доволі маленький. Графіка така, я не знаю, ну рівень 13-12 року, тобто я таке в Last of Us, блін, бачив в першому на PS3. Хоча я грав з 18-го року. Ну видно, що це така ігра, так сказати, уровня Б по бюджету.
Locked.
Але зато тут прикольна система детектива і виборів. Тобто туди, в залежності від прокачки, покажу, секунду, во. Тут є, типа, красноречие, поиск, розслідування, психологія, сила, медицина, окультизм. І все це, типа, можна вкачувати, і все це впливає на то, як там сюжет розвивається, то, які вибори можна зробити в діалогах, то, які можна рішення в сюжеті прийняти, якісь обходні путі знайти. Ну, то есть, це прикольно, це прикольно. Це додає чуть якогось, я би не знаю, реіграбельності, що ли. Може, не знаю, якоїсь RPG-системи, типу класичного Fallout. В другій главі це сильно було видно, що в третій поки що, не знаю, лінійна гра, не знаю, чисто Lex of Fear. Може потім буде якось більше це все впливати. Так само, як в другій главі. В другій було круто, кстати.
What will her room reveal about her? Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated resorting to such a treatment. This padlock is too complicated for me. It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Ну, да, якщо я би там, не знаю, прокачав би цей... Розслідування, да? Да, розслідування прокачав би більше, то міг би взламати цей замок. А так не можу, так хуй там плавал. Сиран, пиши мне, пожалуйста, в чате, ну, Ютуба, а не в Дискорде. А то неудобно читать одновременно и чат, и Дискорд.
That's a massive dose. Was Sarah violent?
Бля, ще десь одне очко получиться. Щоб цей вкачати розслідування. І тоді можна буде, навірно, зламати той замок. Ладно, пішли далі.
This door is locked.
А, вона А, ну окей, окей. Окей. Окей.
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Окей. Ладно, так. Вроде тут все я глянул. В шкафу. Та ні, ніхера більше нема. Да, тут он пробовал Сиран, ну прикольно. А как ему зашла, не зашла? Ну просто... Блять, что это было? Просто Ктулху там, типа, есть игра 2004 года. Кстати, по идее, это украинская студия, если не ошибаюсь. Называлась Call of Cthulhu Corner of Earth, или как-то так, не помню. И она была очень крутая, то есть она была очень кривая, но она была культовой. Ну, то есть, как и многие наши, типа, эти квестовые игры и связанные там с детективами, то есть там все Шерлоки Холмсы, которые считаются культовыми, они все, типа, от украинской студии сделаны. Вот. Вот этот вот Call of Cthulhu, который я играю, то он уже американский. Вот. А, бля, ладно. Не нужно было там взломывать этот замок. Кстати, Сиран, это вы Шерлока Холмса
Sarah Hawkins' agent
сейчас...
was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any signs of life.
Так вот, Шерлоков я же никогда не проходил особо, то есть что-то там играл, но не проходил прям полностью. Я вот и думаю, нам надо бы пройти когда-нибудь. Но я больше всего хочу пройти этого Devil Daughter. Типа, она какого года? 17-го, по идее. Считается вроде как самый лучший. Хотя многие спорят, 12-го года лучше, или 17-го. Типа, мне кажется, что 17-го получше. Надо будет пройти. Потому что у меня комп тогда не тянул. А сейчас на плойку там бесплатно можно взять. Там какие-то вроде когда-то покупал очень давно, еще до войны. И типа можно у него взять. А, 16-го, Devil's Daughter. Ну вот, да, 16-го. Спасибо, Артур.
This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold. It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why.
От який це Артур ніби і є за 12-й рік, який вважають за 13-й, вроді за 12-й, який типу, вважається прям культовим, прям найкращим, да, багатьма. Тобто там якийсь побой йде у тих фанатів Шерлока, мол, або 16-й, або той там 12-го року. От, я ще не проходив ні одного з них прям повністю, але я грав в деякі і дивився деякі, да, культові ігри. Треба буде пройти колись-небудь. Прям топ. Так, ладно. Що я хотів зробити?
Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other.
Скрипка, ладно. Ніби все я глянув, ну, кстати, окультний круг.
Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? What was she trying to achieve?
Бля, ну, конечно... Окей, графон такий собі, ну добре. Вважаючи, що це гра категорії B, то в принципі нормально. Для 18-го року окей пойдет. Для ігри категорії B. Що у нас ще є? Нічого більш нас нема. Всі уліки я забрав. Ну ладно. Смотреть особняк, да? А что у нас? Студии Сарен, полом рисован круга, вокруг него стоят свечи, когда проводился какой-то оккультный ритуал, куда могли появиться эти огромные царапины. Прям не знаю, звідки. Прям не знаю. Чё, барон будет Demon Souls пробовать запускать? Ёб твою, блять, мать. То есть мне расчехлять PS3, чтобы в кооперативе сразу? Ты шо, Сиран?
The door is blocked on the other side.
Я-то это так долго ждал. Ну, типа, я, конечно, не пошел еще ремейк на PS5, но, бля, типа, если в коопе, то я готов ради этого на PS3 играть в 25 FPS. Пойдет или нет, ну окей. Ну, на RPC X3 там надо поебаться немножко, но после того, как поебется, нормально будет. Заработает. Хотя у него что там, RX 400... Какой у него там RX, не помню, 80, если не ошибаюсь. Не знаю, пойдет ли у него этот эмулятор. У него еще просто, не помню, какой-то AMD Рязань. не самый, так сказать, лучший даже на то время. Не знаю, короче, все равно попытаюсь помочь ему с этим эмулятором. И, блядь, еще раз, ну пиши в чат, блядь, на ютубе, пожалуйста. Мне сложно читать одновременно и чат ютубовский, и дискордовский. Сильно просто отвлекает от игры, я не могу типа сконцентрироваться особо из-за этого. Ну, может, не пройдет, то ладно, ко мне приедет в Польшу рано или поздно, то пройдет у меня. Так же, как и Uncharted Last of Us, как мы обещали. Спроси, что там у него там в Одессе. Красавик картина. О, ну это же я. What the fuck?
You! Stop!
Стой, блядь. Сало отдай, там кусочек сала был. Сало віддай. Віддай сало нахуй.
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far.
А у мене, ебать, гроші закінчуються. Ёб твою, блядь, мать. Быстро. Треба, блядь, шукати бензин якийсь, ой,
Lyrics of the drunken sailor. A sea
I'll cover
shell.
you.
Лучше поэкономлю.
This door was closed earlier.
Иран, попроси барона, я не знаю, там, короче, если будет дарку качать, качать европейку. Ой, не дарку, блядь, демона. Европейку пусть качает на эмулятор PS3. Потому что у меня на PS3, типа, европейка лучше подходит.
Where did he go?
Must have got out some way.
No, he was here. I'm sure. Let's search this room. They look like Celtic runes. Charles must have brought them back from one of his foreign trips. It looks like an old seaway map.
Стоп. Бля, я тільки зараз поняв. Це ж амнезія. Це ж буквально механіка з амнезії. Нормально. Амнезію я люблю. У мене там платина. Так що заебись.
The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded. It looks like a freehand map of dark water. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why.
Ну, типа, бачу пристань, да. І оцей бар є зазначений. А більше я ніхера не можу розібрати. Ладно.
Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well.
Оцього третього точно я не знаю, хто це, ну ладно.
I wonder who the man with the glasses is in the photograph. Probably another friend of Hawkins. This globe seems to have been part of some mechanism.
Окей. І що це? Ну, типа... Треба точку вибрати. Типа... Блять. Подсказку знайти якусь.
Doesn't work. I must have missed something. Seems like this came from a log. There must... be a link with the
Короче,
scene.
надо оставить географию сейчас грати, думать. Ладно.
Have you seen the old maritime maps on Charles Hawkins' desk?
Strange. No ship has left Darkwater shore for years. Maybe he kept them for sentimental reasons.
This panel is movable.
О!
Cogwheels. They must be linked to an opening mechanism. Probably a secret passage. I must find a way to activate the opening mechanism.
Да, давай. Дякую, що зайшов. Удачі тобі там.
Great. I managed to force the gears. Looks like I've triggered something. I'd be better off not touching them for the moment. As if the bookcase has been moved several times.
Глава 4. Туннели под особняком Хокинса в комнату особняки Хокинсов, где начался пожар, пролила свет на многое. Пирс и констебель Бренты в поисках улик напали на след уцелевшего во время пожара. Когда человек в капюшоне ворвался в мастерскую Сары Хокинс, чтобы похитить ее картину, детективы и полицейские бросились вслед за ним. Проследовав за взломщиком до кабинета Чарльза Хокинса, они обнаружили потайной ход. Пирс и Брэдли спустились в туннель, идущий под особняком.
Secret passage, under the manor. It's like a detective novel. That guy must have already gotten far.
Yeah. And he had a direct means of entry to the crime scene. We must find him.
What is this place? It's more than just a tunnel. Look. Someone's been here recently.
3 seats.
Поднимаюсь ран.
Did Charles Hawkins use this place? Who were the others? What is this mask supposed to represent? Whatever Charles Hawkins hid here, he didn't want it in his house. This piece of cloth is unmistakably from a dress. Was Sarah Hawkins here? This symbol, what does it mean? A disfigured saint. What does it mean? A disfigured saint. What does it mean? Of course.
And something tells me that the key is climbing these steps. There's tunnels all over this island. Given the size of this cave, there's gotta be other entrances.
The passage continues further down. Might as well start with that.
I ain't gonna squeeze in there. I'll find another way. If possible, I prefer not to ruin my uniform.
Fine, fine. Go look for another entrance. I'll try my luck down below. Some kind of dream catcher. If I touch it, it'll turn to dust.
И шо, как там у него идет с демонами? Дела.
A sad way to go. An old diary. These paintings must be several centuries old.
Суть зайдет в Discord, прочитает то, что я ему написал. Ну, понятное дело, не работает, потому что, блин, это DualShock 4, его надо включить отдельную программу под названием X-Input, чтобы работал DualShock на компе нормально, потому что иначе он в играх не работает, только в Steam, потому что Steam умеет, остальные не умеют. Надо качать отдельную программу, которая дает поддержку DualShock полную. Спросил бы меня перед тем, как бы качать. Я ему, как говорил, не один раз спросить перед тем, как будет качать эму или нет, он мне, блядь, пошел сам. И теперь опять проблемы у него. Почему я не удивлен?
This monstrous creature must be an allegory.
Я ощущен, идет оригинал. Потому что скоро ремейк, мне кажется, на ПК протянут. Там столько сливов было. Я же ему сам говорил. Погоди, типа ремейк, сейчас скоро ремейк будет. А там ты сама знаешь, что это ремейк, это по сути ремастер. То есть отличия нулевые. Ну, ты видела. Проси барона зайти в личку, я ему написал кое-что.
Time has weakened these structures.
Ну и спроси его, что в коп играть, не играть, там, я хз. Чтобы я знал, расширять PS3, не расширять, качать, не качать его версию, да, там, посмотреть, не нравится, как настраивать игру. Потому что для копа не все версии подходят.
I don't have time to search them all.
Пусть выключит Discord, потому что это сильно нагружает, он не сможет с Discord его запустить, потому что Discord сильно нагружает проц. Надо все отключить. Steam, браузер, фоновые игры, фоновые программы, все, что можно отключить, все надо вырубить, все. Потому что, ну, это эмулятор, к сожалению, он еще не идеален.
It looks like animal oil, but certainly not whale.
Ну, конечно. Посмотрим.
Damn it. What's going on here?
Piers!
Keep your voice down. We're not alone.
Good God. What have you got me into?
We'll see. I'll go on. Try to go down on your side.
Yeah, there's a passage. I'll meet you at the bottom.
table for sacrifice? I got it. Oh, I can't breathe. What's happening? Is it my turn?
Yes, it is time. You will soon be one of us, if your body and mind are ready.
I dream of it every night. I have constant visions. I am ready.
Good enough. Prove it to us.
It's like in my dream.
Ну, погоди, это же интро. Пусть геймплей, блядь. И он же что, хочет играть в 60 кадрах, 60 кадрах, то есть ему надо скачать патч на 60 FPS. Причем патч для того, чтобы у него не было проблем с физикой. Ему еще надо разрешение под его 2К настроить, то есть хз. Пусть он откроет гайды и посмотрит гайды по настройке Demon Souls на ПК.
A pre-Columbian tribal dagger. Probably destined for scarification rituals.
Ну да просто гайды по настройке RPCX3.
Pre-classical Latin? Let's see what it says. What is this awakening? They talk about, and this sacred flesh.
You who sleeps, accept this dreamer under your immortal wing.
Ya Cthulhu Nithsiha Fitag.
Grant him your flesh and accept his, so that his body and yours may be one.
Yibithink Hupadk Cthulhu Bithinkor.
Grant him your mind and accept his, so that his mind and yours may be one.
I feel him. Shh.
An intruder!
I feel him. Shh.
are gifted in. Bring me more sacred flesh. Let him pass through every part of you. All you who sleep, we pray for your return into the kingdom of the earth.
We are ready for the ceremony. What about your protege?
His awakening is complete.
Again, this primitive writing.
Bradley, what are you doing here? I saw two odd-looking guys coming down. Seemed up to no good. What in the world is this?
An intruder!
Oh, shit! Don't move! Police! Don't move! I won't hesitate!
Bradley, get back!
Shoot.
Get back!
You asked for it! Charles, you shouldn't have seen this. Ah!
It's caving in. I need to get out of here. My leg! Light. At last.
Риверсайдский институт. Пирс и констебль Бренды последовали за взломщиком в тайное место встречи культа, скрытое в сети подземной пещеры прямо под особняком Хокинсов. Они стали свидетелями странной церемонии, которую проводил вполне живой Чарльз Хокинс. Брэдли пытался арестовать его, но Хокинс и тело, которое подверглось многочисленным мутациям, выпотрошил полицейского, пытаясь скрыться от Хокинса. Пирс попадает под обвал. В критическом состоянии он оказывается в Риверсайдском институте.
having a seizure.
He will survive. Strong subject. There, he's opening his eyes.
You saved him, Fuller.
I can't get up.
Don't move, Pierce. You can certainly say that you gave us a scare.
What did you do to me? Undo these straps!
Whoa, go easy, my friend.
You were dead. He killed you.
Are you sure he's better?
He was dead. Me too, we were dead. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, my friend.
What? No!
Если сможет настроить, с ним будет лагать.
What happened to me? Where am I?
Mr. Sanders, you have to come with us.
No, please. I can't leave here.
You got no choice, Sanders, and neither do we.
No, you don't understand. If I go out, he'll see me. No, no!
You're leaving this cell.
Please. I don't want him to find me.
Tracked and hunted me, pursued me right into their dreams. They scribbled all over their maps in the wake of my lonely wanderings. No sea is dark enough to hide the color of my blood. No wind strong enough to scatter my dreams. When the last of them rises up, you will choose. I will not be here to bear witness to it, because you will have released me. But the earth will resound to your cries, or theirs. Awake and free me.
You there. Wake up. Come on, stand up. We don't have much time.
Можешь передать человеку, что, во-первых, вполне нормально пишут на геймпадах, проблем не испытывают, А во-вторых, у нас не такая клавиатура, а нормальная клавиатура, то есть она не такая ебанутая, как у него. И в-третьих, на новых геймпадах можно писать с помощью тачпада, с помощью гироскопа и делить клавиатуру на 2 стика.
Can you stand up?
Who are you?
A friend of Ethan Bradley. It was he who told me that you had been interned here.
Wait. Bradley is really alive? I don't understand. You filled me so full of drugs I can't distinguish dream from reality.
Please believe that I have nothing to do with these disgraceful treatments. Look, I don't have time to explain everything. I'm not really supposed to be here. And the same goes for you, according to Ethan. You must leave as soon as possible, and as unobtrusively as possible. I've brought you your clothes. Let me go ahead. We'll meet upstairs.
Wait a minute. What's going on here? What do they do to the patients to make them so terrified?
I would really like to know. I only see them when they are brought up for medical treatment, for problems they didn't have before going downstairs. But this is neither the time nor the place to talk about that. We must not stay here. There are 2 men standing guard near the stairs. It's the only way to the floor above. I shall try to distract them, and get at least one to come with me. All you need to do is to follow me as soon as the way is free.
Understood. What does this mean? What did they inject him with? Why the strange symbol repeated over and over? Sarah. Am I in an asylum? What did he write about the painting? Sarah Hawkins is on this list of authorized visitors. If I don't get out of here, I'll end up like him. Poor wretch.
Dr. Corden, I would like to say that I'm surprised to see you, but we all know that your curiosity will be your ruin.
I don't understand. These people need care. You keep them in this terrible place as if...
Go back upstairs where your patients are waiting for you to treat them. As for you, gentlemen, do not disappoint me anymore. No one enters or leaves.
Yes, Doctor.
Damn it. I'll have to find a way of getting rid of those 2 myself.
I told you not to let her come down. I know. Do it again, I'll report you. All right, I know.
machine is working again, but the control wheels haven't been put back on.
I was just going to the storage room. I can bring them to you.
No, Dr. Fuller doesn't want us touching the pressure valves.
As you want. I'm going to see if there's sleeping pills left.
Good God. What could this machine be used for? This machine seems to consume a great deal of electricity. What will happen if I increase the current to the limit? I can still increase the load. I can still increase the load. Is there a connection between this corpse and the machine? The corpse is complete. Whose are these limbs? Sarah Hawkins. She was a patient here. Zoology, esotericism, mineralogy, and a full shelf on cephalopods. Dementia? Self-inflicted wounds? Zoology, esotericism, mineralogy, and a full shelf on cephalopods.
Burns me. I will not eat it anymore.
Have I activated anything?
We must not eat it. They must know that it is not good. Ah! This way.
Hey!
Get me
What
out!
is welling up inside me?
I feel it in my...
1, 2, 3.
Is there anybody here?
I bet there's no longer any priests on Darkwater.
Come on, show yourself.
I think I got the right date. My calculations are always right.
You. Yeah, you there. Come here. I don't know.
What do you want?
Sleep. That's all.
Sleep? You don't want to leave?
No. Have you seen the storm that's brewing? I'm fine here. Except for one problem.
You want sleeping pills, right?
Yeah. And in exchange, I can make noise. Lots of noise.
You'll draw the guards to your cell to allow me to escape.
So, you in? Find something to make me sleep, and I'll take care of the guards for you.
I'll find you some pills.
Go look in the storage room. There must be sleeping pills there.
I think we got a walker. This way.
What carnage.
Come out of your dumb hiding hole.
Come out of your hiding hole.
Hey.
It's done. Now for the others. Where do they keep their sleeping pills? Scopolamine, morphine, opium, nothing. My new friend's sleeping pills.
I think we got a walker.
With these chains on your wrist, you can't escape. A control wheel to mount on a plumbing system. The door is blocked on the other side. Perfect. Vats of rotten flesh? An elaborate electrical system? Like a dumb pulp novel. Worse and worse. What's the connection between this meat and the electrical installation? It's an ammeter. I didn't expect to see one on this little rock.
Hey, this way. Come on, show yourself. I saw something over there. Who's there? This way.
Is there anybody around here? I saw something over there.
It's an ammeter. I didn't expect to see one on this little rock.
Hey! I saw something over there. Is there anybody around here?
Worse and worse. I've got what you want.
Show me!
There. And remember, they don't come for free.
Don't you worry, you go on now. The crows! They're everywhere! Make them go away! Help!
Theoretically, I've only got one lever to push. The door is blocked on the other side. The green gas. Now, this lever must turn on the gas machine. There's nothing happening. There's nothing happening. The piping hasn't burst. Not yet, anyway. This valve controls the pressure. There's nothing happening. I've got to hide before the guards see me.
Who did this? Is somebody here?
Hell's teeth. Fuller's gonna think we did this. We gotta tell him, though.
Doctor, is that you?
Don't you worry about the doctor. Right now, he'll have plenty to keep him busy with his precious machine. It gives us time to get away. I'll undo you.
Get away? Get away where? I can't go anywhere. It'll find me, like it found me here. You're mistaken about the beast. Don't stay with me, or you'll end up the same way.
Да, есть такое Сирана Вэнс. Я не медицина, что я раненых не бросаю, своих не бросаю, своих не бросаю.
You're Sanders, aren't you? I heard you from my cell. What did they do to you? What does Fuller want with you?
The doctor? You think it's the doctor who scares me? The doctor wants to heal me. But he's the one who's crazy. He wants to restore my sight. He wants to give me back my eyes. And yet I told him that I didn't want him. I do not want to see it anymore. The real culprit is Sarah. Her and her accursed paintings.
You're kidding me. You're talking about Sarah Hawkins.
The one and only. The legendary. There is no artist more enlightened or cursed than Sarah Hawkins.
In her office, I saw signs of a ritual, perhaps an invocation. These things, that's what makes you say she's cursed.
You're wrong. It was not an invocation, but a revocation. But she failed. And that's what counts.
What's going on this island?
I'm so sorry. We should never have met.
What are you talking about?
Destiny! It has trapped you. Don't let it see you, or you won't be able to escape it. Don't look at it. That's how it finds you.
What finds me?
Sarah Hawkins' visitor. The Shambler.
Sanders, pull yourself together.
Without her, it's no longer possible to save me.
No!
Sanders! What the hell? Oh, God. I gotta... Okay. This is insane. What killed him?
You there! This way! This way!
This is insane. What killed him? Damn! The gas! Oh, my head.
Later. We need to move on.
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink. No. I want to know what Bradley and Dr. Colden have to say about all this.
I'm just trying to reason with you.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the Force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
And that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
I didn't see what, but something was there, with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
You're right. Without a plausible explanation for what I saw, let's not jump to conclusions.
That seems wise indeed.
Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
Down.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders? I'm a private detective. must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here. You know each other?
We met briefly. Time enough to iron out a few matters. The main thing is that we understood one another. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me. May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday. I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
It's terrible what happened to your husband, but I had nothing to do with it. I was injured, and I came across him in the hospital quite by chance.
Injured? Well, I'm delighted to see you in such fine fettle, Detective. Not everybody enjoyed such a prompt recovery.
I suppose Fuller does do miracles now and again.
Luck is obviously very kind to you. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can't imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long. Did she really care for him after all? The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives. A house of artists. A house of artists. Frances Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even? Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler, "Finally." What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting? He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom? She didn't want Sanders to have the painting. She must have felt devastated. Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins? The Shambler. I need to see it. Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
Irene. I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes. I can't take any more. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
That accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That accursed Sarah.
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing. I could use one of those. Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
I have a well-off client in Boston who heard about the death of Francis Sanders and wanted me to size up his estate before making an offer to his widow.
Nice story. Bad lie. Learn how to dupe, Detective. But as long as you keep out of my way, you're free to carry on with your visit.
And you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say?
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery. What the hell was that? Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger. What the hell was that? Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger. What the hell was that? Maybe I can use this dagger. What the hell was that? Maybe I can use this dagger. What the hell was that? Down. Maybe I can use this dagger.
I can't even touch it.
What the hell was that? Maybe I can use this dagger. Damn it! This dagger didn't work. Damn it! I have to use a specific dagger. What the hell was that? Maybe I can use this dagger. Damn it! This dagger didn't work. What the hell was that? This dagger looks different.
What's the matter with you? You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I still got things to settle with Irene.
Where's the bookseller? Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary. What happened here? Let's start over. Where did they break in from? Blood. Seems like amateur work. Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably. This burglar seems to be rather clumsy. What killed all these animals? What sort of thief leaves his tools at what happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work? What the... Charles Hawkins? Looks like the symbol rejected Hawkins. Where did I see it? What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess? Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe. Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case. Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe. Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills? What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
О, привет, привет, привет. Как дела? Как жизнь? Ох ты ж, ёб вашу мать, сколько книг надо сейчас читать, чтобы найти комбинацию. Ладно, погнали.
Arkham editions? Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions? How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions? Never heard of him. Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them. Things are not looking good.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham Editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Не считая деда, а что такое у тебя с дедушкой произошло-то? А что за... В смысле? А что у тебя с Гойдой? Понял. Я понял, о ком ты дети, да. Есть такое, согласен с тобой.
What does this strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge.
Ну, типа, сложно назвать это стримингом, прям я просто несколько раз там постримил, и то больше я стримлю там для знакомых или знакомых, которые там хотят просто посмотреть фоном ту игру, которую я прохожу, либо несколько знакомых хотят, не знаю, там, посмотреть, да, я не могу там каждому по отдельности стримить, просто пускай его отдельно стрим и все. Вот, то есть это больше такое, то есть не прям стриминг полноценный, больше так стриминг по желанию, только для себя и для тех, кто там захочет зайти, не знаю, пообщаться в чате и так далее, и посмотреть фоном, потому что есть некоторые люди, которые там любят смотреть стримы, и они вот прямо сейчас здесь сидят и просто фоном смотрят, но ничего не пишут. Вот. То есть такое, то есть это не серьезный стриминг, так чисто для своих, так сказать. Хочу стримлю, хочу не стримлю, короче, типа того. Так, значит, третий код, это у нас получается 9. Блять, вот сюда, давай. Дальше я не знаю, что, блядь, надо сейчас разбираться опять.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
The Queen has little protection.
Так, получается, загадка в чем-то, собственно, заключается. То есть королева херово защищена. Бля. И что, и как мне, типа, с какой мне перспективы надо оценивать, то есть, это вот расстояние, блядь. 4 или 2? Или вообще 3, 4, или вообще 5? Типа,
The chalice of knowledge.
Хуй поймешь. И что камни, прикольно. Ладно, давай сперва за первое послушаем.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
The chalice of knowledge.
Как мне с этого цифру получить-то? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, что ли? Бля. Ладно.
What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume.
Да, учеба началась. Вот, 5 класс техникума, все дела. В этом году будет целых 7, блядь, экзаменов, это жесть. То есть зимой и весной. Вот готовлюсь к ним, пока вот завала прям сильного нет, вот могу себе еще позволить там иногда поигрывать во что-то или что-то еще делать. Но это временно. Это временно, к сожалению. А так, вроде все нормально, по-старому. Только под конец лета что-то я, бля, дважды поболел жестко. Сперва титом, а второй раз была операция на палец. А так в остальном то все заебись.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion.
У меня, короче, генетическая херня, мол, у меня ноготь неправильно растет. Получается вниз и за ноготь, под ноготь, вниз. То есть, получается, в противоположную сторону частично растет под углом. И, короче, об этом даже нельзя было никак узнать до тех пор, пока он не вырос до такого состояния, что он начал у меня болеть, гноиться и так далее. Ну, короче, пришлось часть кожи вскрыть, чтобы долезть к ногтю, отрезать кусок лишнего ногтя и обратно зашить все. Вот. Какая-то хуйня. Типа, и это самое смешное, что нельзя никак излечить. То есть, либо отрезать полностью ноготь, Либо, короче, время от времени, ну, приходить к доктору, чтобы мне чистили ноготь изнутри. Все. Такая вот хуйня. Потому что и это невозможно вылечить, потому что у меня генетически. Если было бы, не знаю, там, из-за какой-то болезни или из-за моей проблемы, то было бы проще. Но из-за того, что это генетически, это хер вылечишь. Так, бля, надо загадку решить. Что-то я, блядь, туплю, я не могу понять. Значит, что? 9, окей, есть. Вторая, получается, это доска, она с доской позже.
The
Кубик.
chalice of knowledge.
Кубок. Я либо слепой, но я не вижу здесь ни одной цифры. То есть единственное, что можно, не знаю, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, ну, есть, конечно, теория, я сейчас гляну. Да, там, конечно, надо было посчитать, получается, счетное число камушков, номер книги и, получается, и число расстояния к фигуре от себя к фигуре. Короче, все было, в принципе, очевидно. Что-то я просто затупил. Сейчас отвечу после сцены. Не, это та же самая школа. Ну, то есть, получается, как я переехал в Польшу и, типа, 5 лет назад поступил в 8 класс в школу, в Польше всего лишь оказалось, что только 8 классов в школе. Отучился год и, получается, выпустился. И смог попасть в техникум на этого техник информатика. В Польше после школы ты обязан куда-то либо там пойти еще. И, собственно, 5 лет. И вот я сейчас 4 года прошел, и вот, собственно, это 5-й год уже учусь. Вот, последний. То есть, типа, это типа как бы и школа плюс смесь профильного обучения, то есть там по образованию, то есть там по специальности, по профессии, да, там всякое программирование, сервера, там сайты делать, там, я не знаю, с компами что-то там возиться, ну, короче, всякая вот такая вот штука. Ну и при этом обычное школьное обучение по типу биологии, физики, химии тоже там, да, есть, к сожалению, потому что этого слишком много. Было бы лучше, чтобы этого не было, чтобы было бы только по профессии, это бы просто меньше времени бы занимало, и было бы больше времени на то, чтобы, ну, чтобы это просто все учить, да, чтобы не так сильно перенагружаться лишними предметами.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Did you inject him with a tranquilizer?
No, Doctor. Not me, not anyone. Our stock is empty, yet again.
Again? But there was enough for the whole island.
More and more people are suffering from insomnia. We can't refuse to help.
Of course.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Very well. I'll examine him. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky. 30-year-old subject, severe hypothermia, erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums, necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Нет, ты мне не говорил раньше. Ну, поздравляю с приездом тогда.
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
Брат старается за мной ухаживать, поддерживать. И у него, и у меня все родители умерли. Буквально весной у него умерла мать, моя тетя. Во-первых, соболезную. Насчет того, что у него умерла недавно, потому что весна это недавно, да. Насчет твоих родителей, я помню, ты рассказывал. Вот, это, блядь, ну, это пиздец. Ну, то есть я хз, блядь, как я буду это переживать, когда рано или поздно мои родители откинутся. А насчет того, что брат теперь старается за мной ухаживать и поддерживать, у него все, у меня умерли родители. Это круто, что, типа, вместе друг друга поддерживаете, там, вместе живете, друг другу помогаете. Это заебено, если честно. Я считаю, что это круто. Я считаю, что молодцы. И он молодец, и ты молодец.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
I've seen suction cups on his fingers, his falling body temperature, his dehydration. Had I only read the report, you know what I would have concluded, Doctor.
Do I? Tell me anyway. I'm curious.
He's no longer human. These are the attributes of an animal.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Кстати, у тебя-то так и У тебя вышло поиграть в Detroit Become Human или все-таки не вышло?
Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his...
В Detroit Become Human. Become Human.
crimes?
Так и не слышал. Жаль, конечно, но бывает. Может, когда-нибудь в будущем выйдет. Я МГС-4 прошел буквально недавно, получается, 2 недели назад. Даже меньше. Короче, я эту игру мечтал пройти 10 или 11 лет. И только спустя столько времени у меня удалось ее пройти, потому что она типа эксклюзив PS3. Это было очень сложно, но я смог это, наконец-то прошел. И очень сильно кайфанул. Я думаю, у тебя тоже когда-нибудь выйдет. Сейчас Браун сидит, ждет, купить себе VR хочет когда-нибудь в будущем, чтобы пройти Half-Life Alyx. Он типа фанат Half-Life. Но сейчас война в Украине, а он в Одессе. И сам понимаешь, сейчас ему точно не до VR. Вот, я надеюсь, что у него когда-нибудь, даже спустя этих 10 лет, 20 лет, удастся выполнить свою мечту и поиграть в Half-Life Alyx, и также у тебя, надеюсь, выйдет поиграть в Детройт. Если бы я посмотрел Детройт, у меня Детройта нет. Хотя, погоди, сейчас я скажу. Барон — это просто мой друг, у него такой ник. Он хочет в Half-Life Alyx. Детройт. Сейчас я тебе скажу, есть у меня Детройт. Потому что это аккаунт технически не мой. Мы типа с одним человеком покупаем вместе игры, там как-то делим, чтобы дешевле было на консоли. Я не знаю, есть ли у него Детройт. Сейчас я скажу. Если нет Детройта, то надо купить его, наверное, тогда. Я его когда-то проходил разок, но я хочу перепройти. Сейчас. Сиран здесь. Сиран — это моя знакомая. Я не знаю, почему она не пишет в чате Ютуба, она пишет не в Дискорде. Я должен читать ее чертовые уведомления в Дискорде. Ну ладно. Если не хочет, пусть пишет не в Дискорд. Сиран здесь. Да, она здесь. Так у меня комп не потянет Детройт все рано. Вот и там прикол. Сейчас я гляну, есть у меня. О! Есть Детройт на PS. Погодите. Есть проблема, нету вообще никакого русского языка, потому что у меня турецкая версия игры. То есть не выйдет. Здесь чисто турецкий язык будет. Типа, это, блядь, сложно будет поиграть на турецком. Надо либо на мой польский, либо на украинский покупать, либо диск искать и покупать, чтобы пройти. Ну, перепройти, я уже проходил разок много лет назад. Что Сиранго не подтянет мне ком Детройт. Вот в этом проблема. Так, ладно, продолжаем.
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
Нет, блядь, Сирана вообще не потянет у меня Детройт на компе. У меня хрен не работает на компе, он лает, просто невероятно. Детройт еще хуже будет. Типа я качал когда-то. Прям вообще минимальный потата не пойдет. Плюс ты все равно помнишь, что еще надо стримить, это тоже дополнительная нагрузка.
Chronic insomnia. Like half the island.
Собственно, из-за этого Сиран и надо на консоли
This
эту игру
place draws
достать.
you in and never lets you go.
Жаль, что Артур, Артем Смехов, Вайп Клу давно уже не стримит.
It's so unfair.
Может, когда-нибудь начнет опять стримить, кто его знает.
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
У него, кстати, зайди на его канал. Он недавно начал выпускать эти шорты, такой жанр, который 60-секундный. Вот. Он реально начал недавно прям выпускать шорты. Но это не полноценные видео, но типа он полноценный вроде все-таки будет делать, но чуть позже. А сейчас типа такие перебивочки. Вот.
Come now. Don't let that witch sap your morale. We're lacking in qualified personnel and she knows it. Her petty punishments won't last forever.
I'm trying, Doctor. I'm trying. It's just that sometimes I imagine she shuts down the water herself, just for the pleasure of harassing me.
Her time is much too precious for these kind of petty games.
Anyway, I've learned my lesson. I'll hold my tongue next time.
Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
Да. В Фелике так было, в ВК так было. Ну, я говорил тебе, либо надо купить новую сим-карту, чтобы войти, да, типа, новый аккаунт создать. Либо как-то твой старый восстановить, типа, хз. Ну, типа, я не знаю, что делать еще можно.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
Ну, насчет Артема, Артура, там, типа, все сводится к тому, что, просто семья, просто свои заботы, плюс он еще за программиста учится. Он на программиста учится учился и продолжает учиться, и он работает уже программистом в какой-то там фирме, я не знаю, я не помню. Он в шортсах недавно рассказывал. И просто времени особо нет. Я типа сам учил программирование, у меня довольно низкого уровня, но что-то да знаю. Я просто подтверждаю, это просто пиздец. Это ты буквально ежедневно по 8-12 часов тупо сидишь и пердолишь код. Тебе нельзя отвлекаться, потому что теряешь концентрацию. Это просто жесть. Это учить программирование, это просто ад. Так что я могу его понять, почему он там, стал реже делать видосы, реже общаться, вышел из ВК чата. Просто потому что это все либо отвлекало, либо просто на это нет времени. К сожалению. К сожалению, вот правда.
She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays.
Это еще потому, что у него есть семья, да, там работа, все дела и... короче, да. Это хорошо, что он хоть иногда, но что-то там делает, там что-то выпускает, что-то пишет, то есть не забывает. Напишите, да, пиши, без проблем. Только у меня... простите, у меня основной аккаунт все еще... Да, тогда можешь писать, да. У меня просто два номера телефона, и типа у меня два аккаунта, но второй аккаунт он такой, чисто запасной. Не знал, что он... Да, он уже где-то год учится. Но я думал, он так чисто учится. А как оказалось, нет, блядь. Он реально серьезно занялся этой херней. В хорошем плане. И он реально прям отучился по полной, да. То есть мужик прям сильно дал в этом плане. И реально теперь работает где-то там. Не помню где, но что-то там работает. Короче, молодец.
Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless. I have little time for you, Doctor. Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going?
Mrs. Donovan.
No, but rest.
Чего до коллектива Донована? Пошли, бля, отключать воду.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom. Again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan.
We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks.
You naughty girl.
And the doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
Says no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden on.
Oh well, at least we won't have to clean for a while.
And just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show.
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
У тебя как твои родители? Да, поживают нормально, все хорошо.
Hay fever. What's he doing here? He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Ah, the whaling station.
What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back?
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
I'll just...
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney. Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling. His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
You did good work. The tranquilizer is kicked in. Now you can disinfect and bandage his wounds.
Thank you, Doctor. And as to his weight loss?
I'll prescribe an antifungal treatment for his dysgeusia. In the meantime, feed him intravenously.
It'll be done.
Intoxication from breathing organic vapors.
It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever.
There's no way I'm leaving until I find what Fuller is
I don't
hiding.
get why they have us waiting so long.
Almost no patients here.
Ethan,
Marie,
what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
Tell me your symptoms.
I have headaches. And I can't sleep.
Do you suffer from insomnia?
No. Look, I don't want you to laugh at me.
Ethan, if you don't trust me, then who?
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh, there's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
Dr. Colden.
Where did my fiancée go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory. Please. Dr. Colden, we need you at once in Dormitory B.
What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I've done an exam. Deborah is looking after him.
And the family of Mrs. Harding is asking to see her medical file.
I'll never understand why it's so hard to see patients' files around here.
Rules are rules. See, with Dr. Fuller, he's